Greetings, temporal kin. I speak from the year 9595, where all eras coexist in the synchrony. Today I recount a tragedy forged by ignorance, the Great Plague of 2084, a catastrophe born from the rejection of science, the cult of self, and the commodification of death. Humanity had eradicated smallpox, tamed polio, only to resurrect them through sheer stubbornness. Fear of toxins outweighed fear of suffering, herd immunity collapsed, and then the outbreaks began. The Black Death denialists, a proud tradition. In 1347 they blamed Jews. In 2020 they blamed 5G. By 2084 they simply yelled louder than the dying.
Fact check this, fact check this.
By 2084 the consequences were undeniable. Polio crippled millions, measles blinded a generation. And then came variola redivivus, smallpox reborn. Mortuaries stacked bodies like cordwood, and amidst the chaos, a new industry thrived.
Introducing Heritage Bunker TM, the luxury apocalypse condo where you can ride out extinction in style. Act now and get a free portrait painted with your dead family's ashes.
Here at Little Angel's Final Comfort, we've ramped up production to meet your unfortunate needs. Because nothing says I was prepared like having your infant's coffin picked out before the fever hits.
These are the best baby coffins. Sure, you lost your kid, but think of all the money you're saving.
Amidst the attack on science and medicine, all sorts of quack remedies became popular.
Doctors with fancy degrees are making us sick. I'm closing medical schools, replacing them with intuitive wellness hubs. Real healing comes from within, not Latin words. Medicine is about connection, not qualification. I've directed the Food and Drug Administration to end all vaccinations. Take your kids to a polio party, or a measles party, or a smallpox party, and let their bodies learn how to build immunity against diseases nature's way. Remember, nature's way is best.
I drink a glass every day. You should too.
Patriot points on all purchases.
Infrared light treatments. Shine the light on the inside. Goes where the germs are. Get at the seat of your illness.
I can feel it working. I can see through my hand. I'm cured. Who needs those stinking doctors?
And thus, the free market triumphed over common sense.
Good evening, Patriots. We begin with triumphant news. While coastal elites drown, real Americans are embracing innovative solutions. Our top story, Walmart now sells DIY body-burning pits with 2 times Patriot points on all purchases.
Our burn-and-go trademark pits let families honor loved ones while reducing big government burial costs. Plus, the CO2 emissions help plants grow. It's win-win.
Ain't no climate crisis, just God's way of cleaning house. Besides, my essential oils protect me.
Back to you, Chad. Category 6 Super Karen is canceling the eastern seaboard. But hey, no more woke beaches, am I right? In closing, experts say this is fine. The Dow just hit 1 million and Jesus is definitely coming back by Tuesday. Until then, stay angry, stay free, and remember, it's not denial if you refuse to believe it in the first place.
And that, class, is how news media fueled the fire, literally. The 4 horsemen of this apocalypse: greed, stupidity, memes, and primetime TV. It took 500 million deaths to relearn the lesson. Science is not a buffet. You do not cherry-pick reality. And when you sell fear, you buy ruin.
What you've just witnessed may seem like current events, but they eerily mirror the opening chapters of The Girl Who Rode the Unihorn, the prophetic novel that imagined Antarctica as humanity's final sanctuary. The dual catastrophes unfolding before us, environmental collapse and pandemic disease, echo the novel's perfect storm that devastated civilization. Just as the book foretold, the rejection of medical science allowed the Great Plague to spread unchecked, while climate denial accelerated the Great Melt. These twin forces of willful ignorance created the desperate exodus to Antarctica described in those haunting pages. As the ice sheets retreat before our eyes, we can't help but wonder if we're witnessing the early stages of the world depicted in the book, when the ancient continent emerged and became the last hope for those fleeing the poisoned down below. The struggles captured in this footage parallel the novel's warning about Monstrato Corporation's relentless pursuit of profit at any cost. The corporation that falsified vaccine research while simultaneously funding climate denial campaigns in the book mirrors our own reality, where the same powers that undermine public health also attack environmental protections. The girl who rode the Unihorn wasn't just fiction, it was a vision of how rejecting science on multiple fronts creates compounding disasters we can still prevent from becoming our reality. The choice remains ours: continue down the path of Monstrato or forge a new way forward that respects both planetary boundaries and medical expertise. Because unlike the characters in the novel, we haven't yet been forced to abandon our disease-ravaged cities for Antarctica's newly exposed shores. There's still time to heed both medical and climate warnings and write a different ending. Subscribe for more connections across the synchrony of time and access the chronicles of the future foretold as they are retrieved and recorded.